Hello students, let us try to understand how to use Electric Circuit Studio. You have to click on the icon of Electric Circuit Studio to open it. So you will get the workplace here. On the bottom side of the workplace, you will get various components which are used for our circuit connections, right from the wire, ground, resistor, capacitors, inductors, voltage sources, right, like that. So we have gates, we have transistors, we have digital ICs, we have analog ICs. So like that we have various options here. Similarly, on the top side we have various tools available. We can set the required value of components using this, and we can set the voltage or current values display from the next option. Then we can have a run stop option using this. Then we have a delete option. Then we have a rotate option, redo, undo, copy, paste. So like that we have various options available here. So let us try to understand this simulation tool with some one example. Let us take op-amp from the components which are available here. So I have taken, you have to just click on that op-amp symbol, then it will get placed on the workplace. Okay, and let us take one voltage source, AC voltage source. So once you click on the AC voltage source, it will get connected with the workplace. And then let us take one resistor and let us rotate it. Okay, so using this we can rotate it. Okay, and let us try to connect all these components using wire. So you have to select the wire, click on the point where you want to start. Sorry, I'll just zoom it. Okay, so you have to select the wire, click on the point where you want to start the wire and where you want to end the wire. So automatically the wire will get connected. Similarly, I'll take one more wire here and I'll connect the ground to the other input of op-amp. And I will also connect the ground to the other side of the supply also, input signal. And one more ground for the other end of the resistor. Okay. So this is a basic or very simple example of op-amp without feedback. So open circuit configuration of op-amp, and we can observe that the input signal is connected to the non-inverting input of op-amp. So it is a non-inverting amplifier without feedback. So simple example. Now let us set the supply voltages. So we know that for op-amp we have two supplies, that is plus VCC and minus VE. So we have to click on the op-amp, and then in the top toolbars you have to go to the settings option, that is the first option, click on that, and the last two options, positive supply voltage, that is 10 volt, it is showing, and minus supply voltage, it is showing as minus 10 volt. So by default the op-amp will be given with plus 10 volt and minus 10 volt supply. So if you want to change the voltages, we have to select that. So I will just click on the plus supply voltage. Okay, and here we can see that plus supply voltage is given as 10 volt, and if you want to change that, it is shown here, you have to tap on that. So now I will adjust it to 12 volt, and similarly I will change the minus supply voltage also to minus 12 volt. Okay, so now the supply is given to the IC, and I will adjust the input voltage, amplitude and frequency. So when you click on the input signal and again you go to the setting option, you will get a window where we have various options for to set the input voltage. So I want to change the amplitude, so I will just change the input amplitude to 0.5 volt, and also I will change the frequency from so by default it is giving as 0.4 hertz. I will change it to 1 kilohertz. Okay, so input voltage or input signal frequency and amplitude is set, supply voltage to the op amp is set, and suppose if I want to change the value of this resistor, so again you have to click on that resistor and go to the setting again. So resistor is by default it is given as 1 kilo ohm. So if you want to change it, change to any value whatever you want to set, and then click on the OK button. Okay, so all the values for the circuit components are given, and supply for the IC is given, input is given, so everything is ready now, and we can run now, but we want to see what is the input voltage and what is the output voltage. So for that we need to see the graph or see the plot. So for that we have to click on the input wire where you are connecting the input voltage or input signal. So there you have to click on the wire and you have to select voltage. So we want to see the input voltage, so that for that, so once you click on the wire, you can see that there is current one and voltage one, you can see that. So we have to select or we have to click on the voltage one. So once you click on that voltage one, you will be able to get a red border for that. That means that now voltage 1 is selected. So once you do that, again you go to the setting option and you can click on show value and show plot. So both you have to select and then hide it. Similarly, we have to also observe output voltage. So again you have to click on the output point of the circuit. Okay, so when you click on that output point, you will be able to see the current 3 and voltage 3 option on the output point. So we have to click on the voltage 3, again it will show a red border. Again go to the setting, select show value and show plot and hide it. So now we have given all the component values and all the voltage values are given, and we have highlighted what all we want to see after the simulation is done. So we want to see the input voltage, that is volt 1, and we want to see the output voltage, that is volt 3. Okay, so once all this is done, you have to click on the run option and you can just say the run. See, so once you click on the run button, you will be able to see the waveform. The input is sinusoidal AC waveform and output is a square waveform. And at any point of time you can stop the waveform and see, or you can analyze what is the nature of waveform for a given input. And you can see here now, for a positive input signal we have a positive output voltage. Input is maximum 0.5 volt and output is plus 12 volt when the input is positive, and output is minus 12 volt when the input is negative. So once again I can run this. So for different values of input voltage, you can observe the output voltage. Since it is a open loop circuit, output will have only either positive output positive saturation voltage or negative saturation voltage. Okay, since it is a open loop configuration. When it is a closed loop configuration, for every value of input voltage, output also will be correspondingly changing, so that we can observe. Okay, so here for any value of input, output will be having only two states, that is plus 12 volt or minus 12 volt. That's why we are not clearly able to see what is the change in the output voltage when the input is changing. Okay, so I hope you all have understood how to use this tool now. So in the next classes we will be doing the closed loop circuits of the op-amp. Thank you.